Game on! Another best of 3 series. We are in Group B of Meta Madness, the group stage to determine the seeding for the main event. Best of 3 series, this time between Makke and HasuObs, and if Team Hasu wins this one, then they are first spot in Group B and would be first seed. Of course, after this we still have the match between Makke and Quacknick, so that's the next one to come in here. But yeah, it's going to be good. So when it comes to the bans, again, we're going to go over Rega, we go over Makke. Towers of Doom is our first map, so this is where we are starting things up. But it will actually could be wild. The more of these games that I cast today, the more I'm eager to see the best of 5 series, because we already have a couple of heroes in. And by the way, I feel like I have to explain something a little bit, because it doesn't really happen today, but I oftentimes have on the videos and other things, people jumping in, you know, that say like, but I really wanted to see them play Khaldor Murky in game 1 and stuff. And that's not really what this is supposed to be. I mean, this is not really a series where I'm like going in and I'm saying like, okay, you need to play like the worst heroes that the game has to offer. It's more so the idea of seeing different things, forcing them to think outside of the box a little bit more and more and more as the matches continue. And I think with Meta Madness and the rules that we have here, that pretty much applies. So now having the rules that within a match, within the best of 5, in the best of 3, you are only allowed to play every hero once. It's a pretty cool setup. You see a lot of the heroes that you're familiar with, but you see different compositions. Every now and then when we head to a third map, another hero sneaks in, and as we enter best of 5 territory, this is of course going to be made even stronger. Now people are oftentimes saying like, well, we could go for a reverse draft, and honestly, a reverse draft where you draft for the opponent's team gets boring really quickly. In theory it sounds fantastic, but after you do that for like one series, it is a meta establishes itself insanely quickly, and then you see the same heroes in every single game. And it is, believe me, it gets boring very, very quickly. For like a map or 2 or 3, it's kind of fine. And then it falls off incredibly fast. And it also turns the entire thing into a full clown fiesta. And a big goal of this is really to just conserve the competitive integrity, at least. Especially since we, of course, have prize money on the line, right? So there's that. But okay, let's see where this goes. We have Stork actually playing for Team Makke, which I already find is pretty awesome. We currently have Rexa, we have ETC in play, Reyna, Garrosh, Lucio, and Zarya gets banned out too. And as mentioned, there will be also more global bans as we're heading into the main event. So for this, it's only 6 heroes. It's Abatha, Anna, Deathwing, Johanna, Zul, and Li Ming that are banned out. Voted by the community. I, by the way, never understand half of these bans. Like, why the hell would you ban Abatha? What is with the Abatha hate? Abatha is amazing to observe, and I don't understand why he got banned out at all. So that was a very, very weird one to see. So some of these bans, I'm always just like sitting there, like, wait a second, what are you doing? So yeah, kind of interesting. Anyways, we get to a point where Tracer gets actually banned. I mean, Makke is of course really good on her. Now she has been reworked. The interesting part is that we didn't see the reworked Cassia once. Not once. So instead, Tracer gets banned. Makke has the chance to go straight into Vala together with Malfurion. Okay, good setup for them. Very good setup, actually. Here in Towers. And, well, let's have a look over to what Hasu is picking to add over here. They still need an offlaner, and they need some damage. We have Globals up. So there's a lot that aren't banned out yet. Yeah, they go for Leo though. Leo and Sylvana. So again, the Sylvana set up together with Reyna. Okay. Yeah, and that leaves us with the last pick. So with that, go into game number 1 of the best of 3. And let's check this one out. Okay. They're hesitating a little bit. They need more damage. And they have the stun. They have the lockdown. Burst damage would be nice. Jaina might be a pick. Medivh instead. I like it. Okay, cool. Good setup. Towers of Doom, ladies and gentlemen. Let's jump in. We got Team Makke against Team HasuObs. Game on! Towers of Doom! Let's go! Stalk on ETC! We have Max Passion on Rexa, Ultralisk on Medivh. We get Makke on Vala and Koro on Malfurion. On the right side of the map, Team HasuObs with HasuObs himself on Reyna, Skok on Sylvanas, Banana H on Lucio, Wit on Garrosh, and Blade on Leoric. Okay, game number 1. Let's make this happen and check it out. This could be a fun one. Makke, first time that they're now playing in this group stage. And these are the 6 teams, by the way, so if you have followed all the matches diligently, then this is the last team that you haven't seen yet. It's actually a strong one. I mean, Makke together with Max Passion, Koro, Stork. This is a pretty powerful setup that they have here. Okay, let's see what we can get with that. Ultralisk, of course, with this Medivh play. It's kind of funny when we saw him in a team together with HasuObs, because you all of a sudden have 2 Medivh players that can really make the plays there. And, well, let's see a little bit of setup here. Yep, there we go. Over with our level 1 talents, Dawson's Renewal this time, the Exterminator as well, and off we go. Top line. Leo. That's already a little bit of free damage onto Leo. That's always nice. I mean, Blade didn't really eat too much, but I was just about to say, if they can gank him a bit, that would make it easier for the side lane on the other side. Then again, they're most likely going to go for heavy rotations anyways to catch the experience on both of those. But here we have the camp taken, the one on the left side with the same thing. Quick flip over. And so far, so good. So, early game, no aggression. I mean, this is really the first moment when you can be aggressive on this map. Well, there's obviously the mid-lane brawl, but outside of that, when you look towards the first point of actual contention, it's usually when those pumpkins are getting attacked. And that's exactly what we haven't seen yet. So both teams have just opted to take their own side, ignore the other one. And that's pretty much that. Okay, so with that now said, we have still Stork. Yeah, getting pushed out here a little bit. He's already in. Ultralisk with the Medivh play, as you can see, is allowing for the portal rotations that he can set up here. Also looking at punishment. As level 4 talent, there's the kill against Garrosh. Nicely done. Good aggression from that. And what else are we gonna see? Up at the top, Max Passion is already gonna do his thing. Blade is still very, very low. Could really need a heal here. Apparently his own fountain is still on cooldown. The 3-man, the 4-man at the bottom of the map. Very aggressive already. Stork, very well done. HasuObs with a good reaction and just getting the penetrating round out to drop him quickly. And off we go. Mid lane rotation. This time Medivh is just like sniffing everything out. It's just so awesome when you have Medivh in the lineup because you can continuously just scout everything out. So, yep. That's always kind of nice. Bottom of the map. That's the big altar that's usually going to be fought over. 1 against 0, the kill count. And there we go. Skog is already sitting tight. We still have a bit of a zoning attempt here. Stork, it's kind of fun. Honestly, Stork is the one that on one of the latest Meta Madness brought just Stitches in full-on meta the entire time. Went for Hungry for More on Tomb of the Spider Queen and ended up with a 10-11,000 hit point pool and dominate every single time on that. So if you are seeing a team that on map number 4, number 5 goes into some insane stuff, this could definitely be them. Makke in particular always had a bit of a knack for those niche heroes. He's the first one who really made Medivh worth playing on that level. And Stork also always in a position where he can make a play like this on the front line. So we definitely have potential for that. Makke, Juke Master there. That wave at the end could have finished him off if he doesn't pay attention. 7 versus 7. I mean, top left, top right got exchanged already. There's a level 7 talent for one team. Second one kicks into. And still the posturing around the altar. They're doing what they can here. Stork! They get away. Ah, Medivh cheating as usual. Medivh, that old cheater. Every single time it's the same with that bad boy. Red team locks it in. 4 shots fired. Nice job by Team HasuObs. Yeah, game number 1 in the best of 3. Over here, the Willing Vessel is in now as well. And there's a little bit of... look, there it is. The move over there, straight towards the camp. That's the aggression that we've been talking about earlier. This time it actually happens. They're even trying to make the play for Stork. Misha has something to say about that, though, and shuts it down. But that doesn't change that the camp got taken away here. Nicely done. Yeah, good job. Let's go. Pumpkins everywhere. 1-0 on the kill count. And Stork still fine. Yeah, I kind of like it. I mean, the setup is really tight that we have from Team Makke. They have ETC for a little bit of space control. That's great. That allows Makke to just get the extra damage in with Vala the entire time. Then, of course, on top of that, you have Medivh as a bit of a fallback option. Is if the shit really hits the fan, gets either the portal out or allows them to get the shield in. That's a quick kill against Blade. Nicely picked up. Very fast rotation into the middle. Portal out. Bam, there's a kill. Yeah, that on the other hand could be a problem. I mean, Makke barely gets away from it, but he does. And now Wit might be in trouble himself. Misha comes in, stun, and Wit. Oh my god, they actually hold him in play. Makke. Not even close, baby. But this time HasuObs is like, are you kidding me, bro? Comes in from the side, flanks Vala, takes her down. Banana H is low. Jesus, what a fight over here. 3 kills against 1 as the dust settles. And that's the lead for Team Makke with 3 kills against 1. Level 10 versus 10 in just a bit. Rotation now down to the bottom of the map. And Banana H. Oh, the slide! And off. There we have it. Okay. Stage dive. I like it. Yeah, it's been a while since we have a hot stage dive play. So that's actually kind of cool that we have that back in. Leyline. Leyline in the mosh pit will also be nice, but there's definitely interrupts on the other side you don't want to deal with here. They go for Skog. Sylvanas low, and that Malfurion dies. The focus onto Garrosh, and he goes down. Makke survives for just a second. It's just trades here. 2 for 2, a portal play against Banana H. Lucio is in a corner, but he actually makes his way out. Problem is more so that Sylvanas is about to fall if she doesn't pay attention here. They're trying to corner Stork, and ETC is actually getting body blocked here as well. This is insane how low everybody is. I mean, that's actually nuts. Stork, he makes the channel happen. Yeah, the shot's fired. Boom! 32 against 32. Here we go. What a game already. Damn. Both of the teams coming out swinging here. I like that. I mean, for now, we still have Medivh sniffing out what's happening over at the pumpkin camp for the red team. Doesn't really make any aggression happen there yet, but still. Okay, Wit is starting to move in. HasuObs. Careful. And yeah, I mean, slowly and steadily, they're really just like willing away at the numbers. They still have a lead in experience, the red team that is. But those fights are pretty controlled and pretty tight from Team Makke. I'm actually impressed, to be honest with you. I didn't really think that they would mesh this well together here already. So with that, you can really tell that a lot of the scrimming that we've seen from the teams, oh well, we haven't seen, but they definitely did do, that works out for them. Yeah, pumpkins. Flipped forward, the pumpkin throw straight into range, and therefore damage done. Wit with a sneaky play. I like it. Damage output with 23,000 for Hasu. He's looking pretty sweet here. 24,000 for Vala. Leyline against 2. Nice. And the isolation. Garrosh down again. That's 6 kills against 3 now, and quite a bit of momentum that starts to build up for Team Makke. Yeah, they do this actually incredibly well. 3 kills against Garrosh already. That front line is heavily blocked. Okay, rotation into the middle for a quick tower kill. Yeah, not bad. Oh, the sound barrier. But Hasu is still dead. Medivh Ultralisk again with the plays here. I mean, he completed his baseline quest already a while ago, so that's already cool in and of itself for him. But they are just starting to murder here. Team? Sylvanas, what the fuck? Who the hell does he think he is, Rambo? Goes in right next to her, bam, takes her down and is out half a second later. Sylvanas with the ballsy plays. What on earth? Makke was probably surprised as well. He's like, you okay, dude? But yeah, nicely done. That was a really cool move. Sylvanas comes in with a big boy kill and makes a 1-for-1 trade. Honestly, once that moved, I was like, alright, she's committing Sudoku. But nope, goes in and takes the kill. Well done. Full on baller right there. Okay, I really want to see how this continues. Every single time I see the wave, I'm already terrified of what's coming next. The problem is that with him throwing the wave forward, he is actually dead. No, he survives again, but barely. Careful, my friend. Okay, there's the Hearthstone. But this is a sick game. I like it. Yeah, first camp is taken, and Hasu is in the meantime just saying, go boys, if you want to just brawl, I don't care. Yeah, he's dead though. He takes the camp, but he's dead. He's just like, yeah, portals, I hate portals. So he's down. Over here, can they get maybe a follow-up kill, maybe a bit of a trade? 32 against 28 points. And yeah. I honestly think that Sylvanas in the last one, I mean, she's running an aimbot for sure. Every single hit connected. There's no other explanation. Alright, or is there something like a dodge hack? Yeah, clearly hacking. Okay, so takes the camp here, takes that down, and now the rotation towards the 2 altars. I mean, that's the easy exchange. Top left, top right, nobody making a play around that, everybody totally fine with it. And now 15 versus 15. Already feels like this is a pretty accelerated game, but yeah, look at the damage output right now. 25,000 for Sylvanas. Already feels it should be a little bit more. Hasn't died yet, by the way. To be fair, on the blue team, 3 heroes haven't died yet either. So it's not really that unique. But they are all over the place. We're 11 minutes in, we're on level 16, and I'm just looking at the board, and it's like so just even. I'm like, what? Nobody has taken a bell tower yet. We don't really have a big lead in kills. Well, actually, we do have a big lead in kills, but we don't have a big lead on the objective or in experience. So that's what is a little bit confusing here. But yeah, there's the next push. There's the slide. Is this the end? Yes. Yeah, the streak had to end at some point, right? So they get the kill against Sylvanas. When it comes to the kills, it's a dominant performance by Team Makke. But that doesn't really help you if you can't translate those kills into tangible advantages on the map. And that would mean taking a bell tower. That would mean taking a severe advantage on the points. Okay, there's the jump into the back with the portal. Straight into the entomb. Turn around again. Flip over. Ooh, could be a kill. Malfurion. Oh my god. Rexa down. Leo down. And the fight isn't over yet either. The shots are being fired as Makke is trying to get some value out of the Manticore. Gets a lot of that in. What a setup. I don't think they understood the Meta Madness concept here. I mean, this is a mad playstyle. The picks, of course, in game number 1 are still fairly normal, but oh boy. I mean, this is a mad plays over here for sure. 12 against 5 kills, but again, incredibly even now that we have another triple altar phase. Top left, top right get exchanged. So now we're 24 against 20 points in the fight over the bottom. And they get this. It's dead even. Dead even. What a game, seriously. Yeah, the dead even setup over here. 20 versus 20, 17 versus 17. Same amount of bell towers, a bit more damage at the bottom of the map. So there's that. Pumpkins are pushing in too, so they are being dealt with. Yeah, top side now. Blade still sitting tight. And yes, over here. Hasu, Skog, Banana H. Okay, Blade. Everybody is just moving away once again. Oh, that's a jump! Ah, but it's a little bit too late. If he puts it a little bit farther up, then he can get the power slide follow-up. But yeah, the timing just wasn't great on this one. I mean, I guess, I'm not sure if Garrosh still had his Indomitable up. I assume not. But that could have been pretty sweet. Okay, so, let's go. Bottom of the map, that's when it starts up. 12 against 5. Let's go. Normally at this point you already had at least that one moment or another a control change in bell towers and then momentum swing. But this isn't really happening at this point. Okay. Yeah, they go for it. There's the flip. And still, he's a little bit low. There's the Entomb. That one barely missed, but it did. Yeah, Twilight Dream already out. Leo dead. The Boars are unleashed. They're trying to go for it this time. And they have the pumpkins. They got the pumpkins, and they're going to take it. That bell tower is converted. That might be the moment when this game breaks a little bit. Especially if they can get the kill against mid now as well. And they do. 2 heroes down. 5 versus 3. The lead by nearly a level. Bell tower control has changed. And they got 2 altars activated. That's 10 points off the core now. That was actually sweet. Good timing. Really good push. Enhanced by the pumpkins that they got. And that's the shots fired. Bam. First wave of 5. He channels the second one. That puts them down to 10 points on the core. Nicely played. Was a really good coordinated approach that we saw from Team Makke there. And they capitalized fully. Yeah, 57,000 damage on Vala. 41,000 on Jimmy. Obviously, the goal has to be to recapture the bot lane. It's not going to be that easy, though. Even with Sylvanas. Even with Sylvanas, it's going to be a bit tricky. I get at least some damage. And actually, that might be easier for them than I thought. Blue team is not defending as aggressively as I expected them to, but they have level 20 any moment. So that's a Storm Talon advantage. And here we have it. And you all know what that means. Farfly Quiver. Base increase by 2.2. Hell yeah, sign me up, baby. That's serious damage now. With Manticore and the setup, if you have your Hatred stacks up, oh boy, are you murdering. And he has an easy time now staying outside the range of Wit, for example. Yeah, have fun getting that back anytime soon. Next altar, I mean, it's even worse. Next altar is actually spawning down at the bottom of the map. And over here, if you are the blue team, you have a bell tower on your left and a bell tower on your right that guards you. You have 2. And what else do you want? I mean, this is a fantastic setup. As the opponent, the red team, Team HasuObs, how are they going to get in? The only way is coming through the top down, which means that you have no path of escape. So that's a huge problem. Okay. There's the setup again. Yeah, Buried Alive is in. Titanic Might, the Execute. Attack in the middle though. They're trying to go for the play right here. Oh, the ley line. The stage dive. The double kill. Oh, wow, that hurt. 5 versus 2. Can they get a follow-up? Guys, this might already be game. If you go altar at the bottom of the map and then you go boss, they got another kill right there. Yeah, you can even just simply go for the control on the bell towers at this point, I assume. Holy shit. They are wiping them. Yeah, that's another bell tower down. If they want it. If they even need this. Jeez. Yeah, that's rough. That's really rough. Bell tower down. I think Malfurion is the one moving down to the bottom. And that's game. Yeah, of course. It's a 5-5. That's game. I mean, Malfurion isn't even needed there. So he just moves down to the bottom. What a play there towards the end. Really well done. Great execution from Team Makke and a well-deserved victory on map number 1 in this best of 3 here in the Meta Madness group stage. As the shots are fully fired. And here comes the boss. And that is it. The 1-0 lead for Team Makke against Team HasuObs. GG and well played. Game 1 goes to Team Makke. They take the lead on Towers of Doom, and now we're heading into Battlefield of Eternity. Always a good choice. Very rarely do you get a bad map on this one, so I'm pretty happy with that. But yeah, now, of course, we have a lot more heroes banned out with this, aka 16 are already not playable before we're even heading into the draft, which means 22 will be banned out by the time that we're heading into the game. And then the only question that remains is, are we gonna get a Game 3? Or is Makke actually showing that his teammates are able to completely make this happen with a 2-0 victory here? That's pretty much the only one. So Battlefield of Eternity is our map. First pick goes to Hasu and his boys. And Makke, they have taken the map pick. So given the heroes that were played on the last one, Vala's off the board. Li Bing is globally banned. So that's 2 of the heroes that you already play to get value on this map. Alarak gets banned out. Yeah, he had a couple of changes in the last one as well. I would have actually liked to see him. What I'm still curious about is the Greymane pick. Is Greymane open, or will he be banned out as one of the first heroes here? Because if not, then he is probably the best hero outside of... Yeah, he's honestly the best hero, maybe outside of Hanzo, to take the Immortal down, because Reyna has also been played on the last map, so that means that you have 3 of the top heroes that are played on Battlefield of Eternity as damage dealers eliminated. You can't pick Li Ming, you can't pick Jimmy Reyna, and you can also not pick Vala, so that's 3 big ones. Sylvana's also off the board, so that's actually really good attackers that are normally played here that are not available right now, which leaves you with Greymane as one of the main weapons against the Immortal. And yeah, Chromie gets banned as well. Yeah, Sergeant Hammer is something that I would have probably looked into as well, because that's something that Hasu can now play pretty easily. Hammer, there is a really good chance. The last time that I actually looked at the poll, Hammer has a good chance to be banned out completely too. So yeah, that's something. And there's the Greymane pick. That was kind of obvious. I mean, yeah. So with that... That was more or less to be expected. With everything that I just talked about, does it shock anybody? Of course not. Okay, how do they react though? Again, Makke could... They have a lot of players that have very, very different pools of heroes that they can draw off. But they go into a total normal setup. Holy shit. Tyrael and Blaze. I mean, guys, again, if we see something like this tomorrow, for example, and you have those two picked as a double, then they are eliminated for entire best of 5. And since in a lot of these best of 3s already, towards the 3rd map, we've all of a sudden seen the Imperious main tank, because it's a role he can fit, but other main tanks were already eliminated or just don't really fit the same role, that can be pretty crazy. I mean, right now we have Mal'Ganis and Tyrande, so you can already see that a couple of these things are starting to become a little bit more tricky, and it's only game 2, right? I mean, Meta Madness thrives from matches going into the late game. The Sergeant Hammer ban makes perfect sense. This is exactly what you would expect here. I was actually a bit shocked that Quacknix in the series earlier against HasuObs didn't ban it out. But now that we are heading into it, that's a decent setup there. Mal'Ganis, Tyrande, Greymane, can hurt. Maiev gets banned, okay. Yeah. I've seen her a few times today, but not in this series. And let's check out what we're gonna get on the damage side. And, yeah, I mean, mages in general are still up, so you still have quite a few mages. It's really the auto-attacker side more so that suffered a bit through the picks that we already had and bans. But when it comes to mages, there is still a lot to be taken. Hanzo, talked about him at the beginning, of course. Anduin together with that. Oh, nah. We actually don't see Hanzo a lot on this map anymore. Normally, the other picks dominate completely, but we actually have Hanzo in play now. But what's gonna happen in the second game from Team HasuObs? Okay. I mean, Blade, what is he gonna play on the offlane now? Thrall for him, okay, and Phoenix. Yeah, Phoenix is actually starting to make a little bit of a comeback here in Meta Madness, because he's one of those heroes that you can still pick on the auto-attacking side whenever you go in there, so that's that. Phoenix is in. And what else? Last pick for game number 2. What are we getting here? I can't wait for the best of 5s tomorrow, seriously. Every map guaranteed to be a 3-mapper. If it goes the full distance, we gotta get such crazy stuff. There's the Jaina. Okay, fairly normal. Again, you have Mal'Ganis, Tyrande, which is a bit Phoenix. Hanzo usually not really played on this map anymore, very rarely. But with that, we're heading in. Battlefield of Eternity, game number 2, ladies and gentlemen, in this series here in Group B at Meta Madness. Game number 2. Let's go, baby. The blue team with the lead in the best of 3 series. Makke on Jaina, Ultralisk on Hanzo. We got Korra on Anduin, Stalk on Tyrael, and Max Passion on Blaze. Towards the right side of the map, Team HasuObs with Blade on Thrall. We have HasuObs himself on Greymane, Skog on Phoenix, Banana on Tyrande, and Wit on Mal'Ganis. Okay, so let's see how that combo is going to work out for them right now. It's kind of funny to see this setup here. I mean, Tyrande is really good with the Hunter's Mark against the Immortal, but this is more so a 2017 setup than, or 2018. Has been a while since Tyrande really played a big role here, but we've seen her now twice today. And the setup in and of itself isn't really that bad. I'm a little bit surprised that Greymane actually made it into the game. I really expected him to simply be banned out. That would have probably been the easiest way to deal with the situation there. Now, they didn't make that play, but yeah, so let's have a look. Right, so HasuObs and Witter already sitting there. Banana Age, Skog, 4 men at the bottom of the map, whereas up at the top, though, Blade gets zoned out, and he gets taken down. Nicely done. Max Passion. Honestly, if he gets hit by the owl, he's toast. So, yeah, needs to do jet propulsion away, of course. And there is that. Koro, Stalker sitting here. Ultralisk is also in position. Oh my god, but the kill comes in against Jaina anyways. So the double rotation might have not caught Blaze, but it definitely caught Jaina. There's a bit of a different setup that we now have here for them. But let's go. Okay, so with Koro and Stalk taking the camp down at the bottom of the map, it means that at the top, HasuObs has pretty much no problem taking the camp all by himself. Doesn't really have to be afraid of anything. It's a little bit of a, I mean, again, it's a bit of a different rotation that we have. It's like normally on this map, you either have a 1-4 setup and then a hero splits topside to put pressure, which is kind of what we saw, but then normally those two heroes go for the top camp and the remaining 4 at the bottom of the map for the opponent's team will take the other camp, so you have a trade. In this case, it was a slightly different situation where we had a 2-man rotation towards the top to turn it into a 3 versus 2, and then at the end of the day, the same thing happened, an exchange in camps. The worst case scenario for you is that you lose the hero on the lane, on the solo lane, and then all of a sudden both camps end up in your opponent's hands. That's like a nightmare. But in this case, it's a kill. It's a trade in skill, a trade in kills and a trade in camps. So that's what leads us into the position here. But either way, Immortals are soon going to be up. A little bit of trap attempt. I mean, not really trap, but just like sitting tight here, see what you can do with this. Of course, now there's serrated arrows for Hanzo. That's already the important setup that will allow him to get the Immortal chunk down quickly. Yeah, also, Frostwolf pack is in as well. And let's go. Bottom of the map, Wit is starting to move up now as well. Camp is taken. I have also another one over to the left side, timed a little bit later actually. We're just gonna put more time pressure onto them. And let's see, wait, careful. Yeah, there's Tyrande with the stun immediately, trying to help out a little bit down here. Hasu gets the kill and takes down Jaina. Nice. Yeah, so there's the kill over in towards the Immortal. They couldn't get the follow-up there. 1 versus 2 now. Top side, that's where we have Blade and Max Passion go up against each other. Still the 1-on-1 situation, but down here it's a continuous poke against the blue team's Immortal first of all. Now the death timers are incredibly low, so Jaina is immediately back to business. And starts to move away here. Max Passion is starting to rotate in. Banana Age gets taken down. Nice. Very well done. Yeah, 2 kills versus 2. It's pretty much the last game again, right? They're just trading kills the entire time. Now it's a little bit of Immortal work. Ultralisk needs to get his level 4 in. Down here they need to get Greymane on the spot, which hasn't really happened yet either. And, well, let's see where we're gonna head with that. Okay. Alrighty, so the camps are down. That's the first part. That was actually important. Yep. Take the camp down. And in the meantime, it's all about the halftime show. Halftime show has already been reached as the red team is just losing all of this here. HasuObs is jumping in. There's the stun. Nicely done. Good save from Anduin though. That was a really dangerous setup, but Anduin comes in and snaps it out. You still have a bit of an attack on the both of the Immortals, so well, here's that. In comes Hasu, trying to check this one down. A kill attempt. Stalk low. Tyrande falls first. Follow-up kill. Makke. Again, the 1-for-1 trade here. Stalk is really in a pickle, though. But able to move out just barely as Ultralisk is trying to take Blade down slowly. Yeah, they're focusing their attention onto the Immortal again, and it actually seems as if Team Makke is going to be able to take another one here. Thrall is falling and just lost also his stacks on the right side over here. He's not the only one. Blaze is down, but the Immortal is taken on the left. So, nicely done. Blue team has the Immortal. Yeah, lost one, killed one. So far, so good. I mean, with Thrall eliminated, that was good for them. But now the top lane, that's where they have to answer. Level 8 on both sides in just a second. 4 versus 4, and off we go. Ancestral Wrath, of course. 4 versus 4 kills. Ancestral Wrath, and that gives us also a little bit more sustain for them. Thrall is actually at the bottom of the map. Easy time to take the Immortal down. I mean, damn, that guy doesn't even get the entire wall, does he now? Well, maybe, okay, wall, but that's it. One hit against the fort. I mean, at least. It was like, oh, good hit against Phoenix. I mean, again, shield mechanic, right? Not gonna do too much here. Quest is about to be completed for Thrall at the bottom of the map, so that's good. Yep, there we got it. Echo of Elements is now in, so that's good. And in we go. There's the owl at the top, just double checking what's happening there. In comes HasuObs, and there we have it. The move from Wit. Setting it up for Tyrande, but the follow-up damage isn't there. Okay, cool. Makke and Stork sitting tight so far, down to the bottom of the map. Blade is doing his thing. Yep, here we go. And always Mal'Ganis. I mean, with Mal'Ganis, you always got to be careful what's happening there. But yes, there we have it. Wit. Yes, there's the kill. Nicely done. Ultralisk. I mean, I gotta say, I'm really impressed. Team Makke, it's a very, very strong team in my opinion. So yeah, really, really strong team that we currently have here with good coordination and very quick decision making. I really like the synergy they have. Look at this. Again, bam! Max Passion comes in from the side. They pretty much wipe them. The rotation of Max Passion to the top just cost 3 kills on Team HasuObs' side. They got a big lead now in experience. They have 8 kills against 4, and that's a pretty impressive setup from them. Team Makke, I mean, they are looking insanely sharp here. This is really solid play by them. And yeah, with level 10 abilities now on both sides. We got the Cursed Bullet in. We also got the Earthquake. And, well, let's go. Stork is sitting over on the right side with his team getting the camp. The same has, of course, happened on the right side as well. So as the Immortal comes in, you need to take that camp and put the pressure onto the lane. Force them to rotate a hero away eventually. Difference is that the top 4 has been taken down after those kills, so that's a huge difference. The catapults are slowly going to come in. It's early in the game, so it's not going to do too much, but over here, the pressure might just mount up. Mal'Ganis is moving out, trying to go for Makke. The Salva is connected, and that's a kill against Jaina. Nicely done. Skop coming through for the team here. And Max Passion is also low. He's going to fall here. He bunkers us up, but he's only delaying the inevitable. He shouldn't be able to move out, and he gets wrecked. Camp at the top. Big damage coming in. Camp at the bottom. Wit is already on the job. Tyrael is now jumping topside and trying to prevent the worst here. But of course, that's a free halftime show. Team HasuObs, just when it looks like they might lose control of the game, they come back into the fight, they get the kills they need, make a double kill happen, and bring it back exactly as they need to. Yeah, let's go. 23,000 for Greymane, 23,000 for Hanzo. Both of them looking good with this. 19,000 for Jaina, but she has died 4 times already. 4 times. Oh, yeah, we saw that. Stork pausing the game. Okay, it actually seems like we have a little bit of a problem. That looked weird. Honestly, that shouldn't really happen. So I actually think that we have some kind of technical issue over here with Hanzo, because that was a little bit of a weird move. Moving towards the right and then left and moving straight into the stun, that looked a little bit strange to me. But again, as we're coming into this Immortal is pretty much at full hit points, as you can see. Well, lost a little bit, but still, you know what I mean. Over to the right, this looks like it is going to be an Immortal, and a big one at that, for Team Hasu. Also, with Makke dying 4 times now, one of the things that we kind of point out a bit is also his baseline over here. If he gets that, if he's able to get the additional 4,200 damage in, against chilled heroes, then he'll have the ice block finally available, and that's going to be a game changer. I really think that Makke's problem is mainly that he's going up against this many stuns. Once that he steps a little bit too far out and he's getting hit by Mal'Ganis, Tyrande, Thrall with all these lockdowns, or Greymane comes in for the quick connect, he's just dead before anybody can react and help him. I mean, after all, they got Sanctification and they got Bunker, so that's 2 real good tools to keep him alive, in addition to Anduin, who can always moving out with a trade. But he just dies so quickly that they can't oftentimes react to what's going on here when Makke moves in a bit too much. So if you actually have this completed, then it's going to be a completely different game for him. Because he can just ice block, give his team the time to move in, keep him alive, and then he can dish the damage out. But at this point, he's getting farmed. I mean, think about it. 6 kills from Team HasuObs, and 4 of them were against Makke. So that pretty much tells you all that you need to know there. He's a prime target for them at this point. But once that's over, that's a different story. Now, on the map, this fort was taken out early, right? So this is the only one that's there. But now with the Immortal coming in, it's going to start pushing the lane again. And there is a good chance that Team HasuObs is now able to take a fort down as well. It's going to be a little bit tricky maybe at times, but they should be able to make that work. When we look at the damage output also, it's really just Greymane and Phoenix right now. The 2 of them in conjunction are pretty awesome, especially when Phoenix gets them low and then Greymane comes in for the kill. And in addition to that, of course, if you have to run with a Hunter's Mark, that's really going to help her too. But you can see that she's also slightly struggling here. 3 deaths or 3 kills against her. There is a lot of stuns now. If Hanzo connects the arrow, if a slow from Jaina comes in, then you are going to be in trouble no matter what. And these jet propulsion plays that we are seeing on Blaze's side are another big problem. But kind of what we expect now would really be the move over towards the Immortal, taking that quickly and then going for the fort. I am a little bit surprised how quickly they're chunking this down though. Holy hell. Damn. Okay. I did not expect the shield to be this small. I mean, seriously, I thought it was what would be like a 70% shield with what a position and what a lead they had. But holy hell, they chunked it down quickly with Hanzo. Damn. Yeah. Okay. Maybe they can hold that fort even. If they drop the damage here quickly enough, they might just be able to hold that fort after all. I'm kind of impressed. Did not see that one coming. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to be necessarily that easy, but they have a level 13 talent advantage, and apparently they don't want to have a part of this. Max Passion needs to jet propulsion away, or he's going to be in trouble. The bullet hits, but still. But kudos. Yeah, they hold that fort, or do they? Everybody needs to rotate to help Blaze out, and all of a sudden Makke is alone. It's like, team, fort is still fairly low, but as long as they save it, there are no catapults, so that's all that they actually need to do. So, yep, well done. Okay, 13 talent now on both sides. And let's get a bit of a look here. HasuObs. Yeah, this time we're going to see the camp fort over. I'm going for the camp, take it out, stuns are in, nice one, Stalk, Sanctification, and what a good setup. Bunker's out on the ground too, even blocking some of the damage, and look at that. They don't get a connect for Phoenix at all, with the exception of Makke, illustrating the problem again. He needs that ice block. They're trying to go for Greymane, and he's attempting to trade, but he can't make it happen. Makke is now at 11,700 damage against chill targets, so soon he is going to be in a position where he has that ice block ready. And once that's the case, he can dodge out on so much of that damage. But I am really, really impressed how this is going to work out. Yeah, outside of that, a lot of the quest talents are actually done. You look over to Hanzo, it's completed. Blaze, the same thing. Both of them actually, the 1 and the 7. Thrall is still missing his level 4, so that didn't work. But 9 stacks also for Tyrande. Fair enough. Yeah, not really too much to work on. I mean, again, the Thrall quest is something that you really would love to complete at this point. I guess he missed one of the wolves, and that's why it was reset again. It's not only because of him dying. 9 kills against 6 now, still the level lead. Immortals now coming in. Should really be a talent advantage. I think we're going to be fine with this. But yeah, it gets tricky now. 2 forts down. It gets really a little bit tricky. I mean, you start losing ground. The game continues on the time frame, which means that eventually those catapults are going to hurt as they push through lane. We're not really there yet. You might have realized also that none of the teams really had the time to rotate to the Shaman camp and take that either. So they hold that back. Could take it during the halftime show if they wanted to. There's already the ping happening as they're trying to poke a little bit. Oh, Hanzo. Careful, my friend. Greymane wanted it. HasuObs is really getting aggressive here. Yeah, but they're focusing on the Immortal. They're trying to win the halftime show. Camp is taken. Camp at the top, camp at the bottom. Do they trade it for it? No, not quite. There's the push. Halftime show is nearly reached. They nearly got it. The arrow, and it's a big one. Good arrow. There's the light bomb as Tyrael jumps in. Big move again from Phoenix, but the Sanctification is on the ground to counter it. He just can't get it connected properly. Even the bunker on the ground. HasuObs is on the run and goes down, and they are not... Oh my god, they're not stopping though. They're following it up with another 2 kills. They take Mal'Ganis and Phoenix down, and Tirana doesn't have a chance either. What a setup. The layered defenses of Tyrael and Blaze are just too strong. Every single time that Phoenix comes through and tries to connect his ult, they just drop them. He doesn't stand a chance. Now they break through the top, trying to take the keep down. Blade is all alone. He needs to be careful. And look at this at the bottom of the map. Catapult, double wave, and the camp. Holy hell. Yeah, down here. Get some serious damage onto it, but time is ticking. They still need to make the decision if they want to go into the Immortal instead, or they still want to poke here. This down here is taking damage, so yep, Hazu's taking care of it. But did they really achieve enough? I mean, the wall has taken solid damage, so we're actually seeing 1 tower down, 1 turret. These are still doing some, but the halftime show hasn't been won yet either, so it's still a 50-50. The big lead is the level 16 talent. That's a big game changer. That's a big advantage that they have now, and thanks to them still holding on to forts and fountains on the lanes, they have an easier time moving in and dealing with that now too. Yeah, and that is still offsetting the balance a little bit. This is why HasuObs is actually jumping in to clear the wave. Because he has to. It's down to 50%. Stun is in, and they're going for it to get that damage set up. I mean, you have the Blizzard from Makke, first of all, and then Hanzo. That's a 50% shield on the Immortal 14 minutes into the game, moving through the bot lane. Can they take that keep? That's a big question. It seems like they're actually thinking about rotating topside instead, letting the keep push alone, or the Immortal push alone at the bottom, and push for the keep at the top. Something that they could think about doing. No, they take only the Shaman down, but move down here. Wall is halfway destroyed. Yeah, Makke again with the pause. They might have some problems again with Ultralisk, and indeed they do. These Blizzard bots, seriously. You have an Immortal pushing on the lane. That bot is on 100% hit points, is on 100% mana, and the first reaction of the bot is, I think it's a really good idea to Hearthstone back to the Nexus. Come on, you coward. It's like, take a fight. Unbelievable. That bot is useless. This is... I don't know what to say there. I mean, Hanzo's actually sitting at 39,000 damage against the 34k, but still. Now we have 13 against 16. Good news is, of course, for the red team that they at least have 16 talents. But the problem doesn't change, as I said before. Every single time we are seeing Phoenix coming in with the ult, he gets countered. And now we have the quest completed. So now we have actually Frostbite completely done. And that means it's Ice Block time. Very difficult for any of these guys to actually get a kill in. So that's going to be problematic. A bit of good news, though, too. Blade is sitting at 5 stacks for his Frostwolf pack on level 4, so he's soon going to be able to complete this, unless he misses the next wolf again. That is. But this push is still going to be tough. You have all the ults up. Everything is up over here. And again, the layered defenses of Sanctification and Bunker are great, and the team coordination from Team Makke is incredibly impressive thus far. Alright, there's the stuns, there's the setup, they're already going in. Starting to make the play here. Wit is a bit low. Bunker is still up. Sanctification is still up. Ice Block wasn't used yet either. They want that keep. They're going to get that keep. Stalk is already jumping in. Dodges the stun. Yep, it is Sank time. Alright, a little bit late for the party, but still able to make it work. Wit in plain sight is saying, like, see ya boys, I'm back. But they get the keep. They can't go for core, really. Keep is all they can get. Unless they get a kill. And Blade missed the wolf. No, he's back at 2 stacks. He actually missed it. Oh, that's unfortunate. I mean, it's not like he went Alpha Wolf on 16. He still went into the Thunderstorm here, so it's not the end of the world. But still, annoying, of course, for him. 85% on the core now, so the Immortal even did some damage there. Greyman makes it in time topside so that the keep doesn't take any additional damage. But you can see where this is headed. Team HasuObs, they need a teamfight win. And they need a really, really big one. They need some momentum here. They're falling behind in experience, which doesn't really help them around Storm Talons. Getting an early pick, though, would also do the trick, or at least set them up. But at this point, Max Passion is even thinking about turning it around. Taking a few structures down would, of course, not hurt either. Take that top forward, get a couple of catapults at least. Problem is that the red team can't even fight up at the top because the bot lane is starting to become a problem. There's the ice block, the arrow, and that's exactly what I said earlier. Jaina is still down though. They were trying to save her, but they only went for the bunker. She couldn't use it, but now they get the counter kill at least. And that's what they could do by just simply letting Jaina live a little bit longer and set this up. That could be... No, it's not a kill. But still, 1-for-1 trade. That's better than the aggression against Jaina that we've seen previously. Who moves back down here, though? Guys, that's a camp and that's 2 catapults. Can't let that slide. Someone needs to hit that B button. Thrall is not going to be back in time for this. Yep, there we go. 2 Hearthstones up. Catapults get body blocked. I mean, sorry, but these people are so incompetent. Look at this. I would never hire one of these guys as my catapult driver. No. If you're my catapult driver, I'm going to make sure that you got a license. I'm going to make sure that you are able to drive in a straight line. And that you can drive around an obstacle every now and then without getting distracted. They have ADHD or something. Like, they see a squirrel and they're just out. So, yeah. But as it stands, 20 on the board in just a few seconds. Where is it? Where are all the Storm Talents? They don't really want to take that fight. Well, they want to take the kill if they can get it. Wait, careful, my friend. That wall elemental takes a liking to you. Not sure if it should have been dropped here, though. Wintermute is pretty impressive. So, yeah, but they want to get the kill. Oh my god, again? I was like, where's that Hanzo? Where's that bow boy? Look at him! He tries to hide again! That guy is just scared. Ultralisk is definitely having some tech issues over there. There is no doubt about it. But what is wrong with these bots? Oh, they're back to the Nexus. It's like, yeah, I don't know. He's pretty much like Blizzard, always trying to cover your ass first. Anyways, over here, that's where we're gonna see the big push through the top right now with the catapult. And guys, I don't know what to say, but this keep is incredibly low already. If nobody in the setup moves back, then you can already tell where this is going. The top keep is gonna fall. And in addition to that, we're also seeing the bot lane pushing. There's another catapult, there's another wave, and catapult number 2 is now also moving in. So it is getting more and more problematic right there. Yeah, the damage output at the same time, 45,000, 61,000. And of course, the big issue is that level 20. Just look at it. It's so close. If they get that Storm Talent right now, all that they got to do is really get that set up. 5 deaths, by the way, against Makke. Okay, so there we go. Yeah, top side. Honestly, I don't really know what's going on with Ultralisk over here. If it's simply just a connection issue, maybe he shares it with other people. You know, mom goes on the internet, tries and buys something off eBay or something, I don't know. Maybe the brother is downloading porn. I don't know what's going on there. But if that's the case, then Ultralisk, my recommendation would be go to your brother, slap him around a little bit, and just tell him that you don't download porn anymore. It's not what you do with that stuff. And if it's your older brother, of course, then you're kind of screwed. Then, well, yeah. If it's the younger brother, that's not really a big problem. But again, don't really know about the situation here. Maybe food's ready, like, who knows? Mom, I need to play a game. You can play with your friends later, food's ready. Yeah, either way, I mean, it seems like there is a bit of an internet issue here for them. Then, again, this is only the first best of 3 series that they're playing here, so if they win this one, actually, it doesn't matter if they win or lose. They need to play another one afterwards. Then we always have to ask ourselves the question, do they need Hanzo anyways? That's the next one, you know? It's question over question. There's only so much they can ask here. I really still think that they should probably try and get that 20 somewhere. The problem is where? You have no experience. They literally have to wait for either a kill or they have to wait for the tickle experience to come in, which you can, by the way, see here. So the passive experience, look at that gap. 23,000 against 29,000. That's simply because he destroyed structures and then the passive experience increases over time. So that's what they have to wait for. Because if they try to get the lane experience, we're going to get that. Move over to the top right. That's not happening. Down here at the bottom, yeah, that ain't happening either. So either you take kill in the middle or you just fall back a little bit. I don't think they can get wit. That's not happening. Banana H is sitting super safe here. They can't take wit. I mean, who would make that play? Makke, he can't get in and take him down here. We're just already moving out, 50% HP. So the best play would be to just fall back for just a second, regroup, and then with 20 go in. Even if you lose the halftime show at this point, if the red team is fighting this, they're going to lose top keep. So Team HasuObs is caught between a rock and a hard place. On the one hand, they want to try and fight before level 20 hits because they know if they go up against Storm Talons, they're going to be in trouble. On the other hand, if they actually take that fight, what's going to happen is that top keep is going to get destroyed by this setup the longer the fight lasts. And at the bottom, there's a push against their core, which they can't really afford either because they're already at 85% on the core itself. So given those circumstances, I don't want to say this is a checkmate situation. We're not there just yet, but they really need to make a snap play. They need to get a quick kill, and that's pretty much that. Problematic here is what is Hasu going to do against Max Passion and Stark, right? You have Blaze and you have Tyrell against you. The only thing that Hasu could try and do is move down here. He doesn't have vision on any of this either, so he can't make the play there. Blade, even if he wraps around and a follow-up stun comes, I don't think they can get a kill. Sanctification and Bunker are both up, so that's not happening. And let's not forget that once that Ultralisk is back with his Hanzo play, the next thing that we're actually going to see is the arrow coming out. So even if a play over here is being made, the arrow comes out. Despite what it looks like, it's honestly more so a chance that the blue team picks up another kill than that Hasu and his boys are turning it around, take a kill, and then play it from there. So it's an incredibly difficult situation for them to play around this. And in addition to that, we still don't have that quest completed for Blade's Thrall, which obviously doesn't make their situation any easier to deal with. But I gotta admit that especially the timing for the camp down here was incredibly beneficial to them. So chances are that this is gonna end pretty soon, unless we have someone inting a little bit. Makke, I think, still has also the ice block ready, so even if the fight turns against him, he should be able to make that play. But look at the ults on the other side. That's probably what worries me the most. Well, we have 4 strong ults still ready for the blue team. There's currently nothing available except for the Earthquake on Thrall. So the longer I look at this, the more I'm just like, yeah, you guys need a small miracle. You need someone to end or you're going to be in trouble here. With 14 kills to 7 in this game, you can also really see that Team Makke has just, from a coordination perspective, done so incredibly well. I mean, just look at these stats. It's actually nuts. 3 of them haven't died yet. 0 deaths on 3 of their heroes. We currently have Hanzo with 0 deaths. We have currently Anduin without a death too. And you have on top of that also Tyrell. There we go. They try to get the kill. They zone them into a corner. Keep the 20 in mind. Top lane keep. There's the arrow as predicted. Down they go. They wrap around and take Hanzo down though. At least that. But it's a triple kill. Jaina rips them a new one. 3 are down. Top keep is getting murdered. Down here, the core gets pushed over here. They're taking another kill against Greymane, and they're following up with another attempt against Blade, who's the last man standing. Level 20 talents are in their hands. And that's just lights out right there. It's unwinnable. The keep is falling, as you can see. Catapult is about to get the last few shots in, if it even comes to that, because it feels like the core might fall first. Shields are already gone, and ladies and gentlemen, that is it. This is game 18-8, and it turns out they didn't even need Hanzo except for the arrow. That's game. 2-0 victory as Team Makke takes down Team HasuObs in Group B of Meta Madness.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description, and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.